We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Styles McKenzie helping you make those rooms sing. Today's style tip. When it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild, like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Arr, fierce. This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Nicole Byer, helping you make those rooms flyer. Today's style tip, when it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild! Like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Ooh, fierce! This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
All right, so you send us this howtoyoutube.pdf guide.
Okay.
Looks like you're ready to jump into the world of YouTube.
Definitely a popular topic these days, right?
Yeah, and I mean, it makes sense, right? We're talking billions of users every single month.
It's massive.
It is massive.
Yeah.
And, it's really become the go-to place for so many people when they want to learn something new.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's basically the second biggest search engine on the planet, only behind Google itself.
Exactly. And that means there's a huge amount of potential for businesses and individuals alike. Folks who are trying to build a brand, share their passion, and, even earn a living.
Absolutely. And, it's not just about entertainment anymore. We're seeing all sorts of businesses, educators, you name it, really leveraging the platform to connect with their target audience in a way that just wasn't possible before.
Right, and that's what we're going to dig into today in this deep dive. We're going to take all the key insights from this How to YouTube guide you provided and turn them into an actionable plan that you can use to start and grow your own successful channel.
And this guide really does cover a lot of ground. It goes from the initial planning stages all the way to monetization strategies and even common mistakes to avoid. It does have that little disclaimer that it's for informational purposes only and reflects information up to its publication date, which is always important to remember in the online world. Things move quickly.
For sure. The internet never sleeps. But the core principles tend to have some staying power. So let's just jump right into it. Looking at the table of contents here, we've got getting started. Then we've got choosing your niche, channel optimization, content strategy, audience building, engagement, monetization, and then wrapping it up with mistakes to avoid. Yeah, it's a pretty solid roadmap. So let's start at the beginning with getting started. And the guide really stresses this idea of understanding your why.
Yes. This is so important, and it's where so many people go wrong. They just jump into making videos without really thinking about the purpose behind it.
So what are some of the whys that guide outlines?
Oh, it gives a few examples, right? Like maybe you're passionate about a topic like fitness.
Sure.
And you want to share your knowledge with the world. Or perhaps you're looking to drive traffic to your existing website or promote your products or services to a wider market.
Right. It's about leveraging that reach we talked about.
Exactly. And it contrasts this with, the idea of just wanting to get rich quick.
Yeah, we all see those headlines, right?
Exactly. But the reality is that building a successful YouTube channel takes time. It takes effort. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme.
Definitely not a shortcut. But if you've got a solid why, a real purpose driving you, it can help you stay motivated and push through those inevitable challenges.
For sure. That why becomes your anchor, your guiding principle.
Okay, so let's say you've got your why figured out.
Okay.
What's next?
Well, the guide then dives into the crucial step of defining your target audience. You can't just create videos for everyone. You need to be specific.
You need to know who you're talking to.
Exactly. And the guide suggests creating what's called an audience persona.
Okay, so like a detailed profile of your ideal viewer.
Exactly. Think about their age range, their gender, their interests, their occupation even. Where do they hang out online? What are their pain points?
So you're really trying to get into the mind of your potential viewer.
Exactly, because when you understand who you're making videos for, you can tailor your content to meet their specific needs and desires.
Which ultimately leads to better engagement and, potentially even turning viewers into customers or clients.
Right. It's about building a community around your content.
Okay, so we've got our why, we've got our audience persona in place. What's the next step in this getting started section?
Well, the guide talks about the importance of analyzing your competition. Now, this isn't about getting discouraged.
Right.
It's about understanding the landscape you're entering.
So it's like doing market research before you launch a product.
Exactly. Take some time to look at other channels that are already creating content in your niche. What are they doing well? What could they be doing better?
And more importantly, how can your channel stand out?
Right. What unique value can you offer that would make viewers choose to subscribe to your channel over the others?
So it's not about being completely original, but it's about finding your own unique angle or approach.
Exactly.
Okay, so once we've got a good understanding of our audience and our competition, the guide moves on to the more practical side of things, like scheduling your uploads.
Yes, consistency is key when it comes to YouTube.
It's like any kind of content creation, really.
Right. If you want people to subscribe and keep coming back for more, you need to give them a reason to.
So we're talking about a regular upload schedule.
Exactly. Find a rhythm that works for you and your audience, whether it's once a week, twice a week, or even daily. It's all about setting expectations and then delivering on them.
Right. And I think a lot of people get hung up on the idea that they need all this fancy equipment to get started.
Oh, I know, but the guide addresses this directly and says, hey, you probably already have what you need to get started.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, most smartphones these days have pretty amazing cameras.
They do.
And the webcam on your laptop is perfectly adequate for many types of content, especially if you're just starting out.
So no need to break the bank on a high-end camera right away.
Exactly. Focus on creating good content first. Then you can always upgrade your equipment later as your channel grows and, maybe you need more specialized gear.
Right. And the same goes for editing software.
Right, absolutely. The guide mentions both free and paid options.
Give us some examples.
Sure. So if you're on a Mac, iMovie is a great starting point.
Oh.
And for Windows users, Movie Maker is often already installed.
And those are both free, right?
Yep. And as you become more comfortable with editing, you can always upgrade to something more powerful, like Final Cut Pro X or Adobe Premiere Pro.
Okay, so we don't need a ton of expensive gear. We can use what we have, but it's not just about making the videos, is it?
No, that's only part of the equation.
Right.
The guide makes a really important point about dedicating time to all the other aspects of running a YouTube channel.
Like what?
Like promoting your videos, engaging with your audience in the comments, and actively working on strategies for subscriber growth.
It's all connected.
Exactly. It's a holistic approach. You can't just upload videos and expect people to magically find them. You need to be proactive.
You need to treat it like a business, even if it's just a passion project.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's move on to the next chapter, choosing your niche. This seems like a pretty critical step.
Oh, it's absolutely essential. Well, with millions of channels out there, you need to find a way to stand out. And choosing a specific niche helps you do that.
So what exactly does the guide mean by niche?
It's essentially a focused area of interest within a broader category.
Give us an example.
Sure. So let's say you're into fitness. Instead of just creating videos about fitness in general, you might focus on a specific type of workout like yoga or weightlifting.
Or maybe you focus on a specific dietary approach like veganism or paleo.
Exactly. The more specific you can be, the easier it will be to attract a dedicated audience who are genuinely interested in what you have to offer.
Because they're actively searching for that specific information, right?
Exactly. And the guide emphasizes that your niche should align with your own skills and passions.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
If you're not interested in what you're making videos about, it's going to show.
Absolutely. And it's going to be hard to stay motivated over the long term.
Right. So the guide says to look at your hobbies, your professional experience, your areas of expertise. What are you genuinely good at, and what do you enjoy talking about?
Exactly. And it also encourages you to think about whether your primary goal is to entertain or inform your audience.
Oh, okay. So is it about making people laugh, or is it about teaching them something new?
Right. And even things like the typical length of your videos can play a role in defining your niche.
So you might be drawn to short, snappy content, or maybe you prefer longer, more in-depth discussions.
Exactly. All of these factors help you narrow your focus and create a channel that truly reflects your unique voice and expertise.
We'll be back after a quick break.
Hey there. Welcome to Good Advice Giver. First, we want to start by saying a massive thank you for tuning in today. Whether you're a long-time listener or you're joining us for the first time, we're truly grateful to have you here. We know you've got a lot of options when it comes to podcasts, so the fact that you're spending your time with us means the world. So thank you.
That's right. We're excited to have you with us because here on Good Advice Giver, we cover just about everything. Whether you're interested in sports, relationships, sex, money, finances, business, digital marketing, music, education, movies, comedy, or something else entirely, we've got it all. No topic is off limits here, and we dive deep into real, meaningful conversations that matter.
We've also got a mix of male and female hosts, so you're always getting a well-rounded perspective on every topic we cover, from business strategies to personal development, from car shopping to digital products like affiliate marketing. We bring a little bit of everything to the table. Our goal is to offer advice, insights, and some laughs along the way to make sure you feel welcome and engaged, no matter what brought you here.
And it doesn't stop there. We're not just about giving great advice, we're about action. On this podcast, we even sell products and services we believe in, from affiliate marketing opportunities to cars and more. So whether you're looking to boost your business or find practical ways to improve your everyday life, you're in the right place.
As always, we want you to stay connected with us. Be sure to download this episode so you can listen anytime, anywhere, whether you're commuting, working out, or just relaxing. And while you're at it, follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you name it. That's the best way to stay in the loop for upcoming episodes, behind-the-scenes content, and even giveaways.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're posting extra content there, including video podcasts and deep dive discussions you won't want to miss. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what topics you want to hear more about.
Lastly, check out the link below in the description for exclusive offers, resources, and more ways to connect with us. We're here for you, and we can't wait to bring you more valuable content. Thanks again for tuning in to Good Advice Giver. Let's get started.
Okay, so we've got our niche. We're passionate about it. We know who we're talking to. What's next?
Well, the guide then gets into the practical side of choosing a niche, which involves actually researching the demand for topics within your area of interest.
So you don't want to be creating videos that nobody's searching for.
Exactly. It suggests using tools like the Google Ads Keyword Planner to see what people are actually typing into search engines.
So you can identify those popular keywords and phrases that are relevant to your niche.
Right. And this can give you direct ideas for video content.
Like what?
Well, if you see that a lot of people are searching for how to do a handstand and you're a yoga instructor, that's a pretty good indication that you should create a video on that topic.
Makes sense. And the guide also mentions this idea of desperate niches, which I found really interesting.
Yeah, these are areas where people are highly motivated to find solutions to pressing problems.
Problems they're willing to spend money to solve.
Exactly. So if you can identify a niche where there's a lot of demand for solutions and you have the expertise to provide those solutions, that can be a really powerful combination.
But the guide is careful to say that you still need to have some genuine interest in the topic, right?
Absolutely. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult to create authentic and engaging content.
So it's a balancing act between finding a profitable niche and something you're actually passionate about.
Exactly.
Okay, so once you've got your niche dialed in, the guide moves on to optimizing your YouTube channel. What exactly does that entail?
This is all about making sure your channel looks professional and inviting to new viewers.
So it's like creating a storefront for your content.
Exactly. You want to make a good first impression. And the guide starts by talking about choosing a memorable and relevant channel name.
Something that reflects your niche and your brand identity.
Exactly.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Styles Mackenzie helping you make those rooms sing. Today's style tip: when it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild, like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Arr, fierce. This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
If you're creating fitness videos, your channel name should probably have something to do with fitness.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Then there's your channel icon, that little profile picture.
Right. And this needs to be visually appealing and clear, even when it's displayed at a small size.
So something that's recognizable and represents your brand.
Exactly. And then we've got the channel trailer.
Ah, yes. The guide calls this your welcome video.
It's your opportunity to introduce yourself and your channel to new viewers.
And you want to keep it short and engaging, right?
Absolutely. No more than 2 minutes, ideally less.
Highlight the kind of content you create, why people should subscribe.
Right. You want to give them a taste of what they can expect.
And don't forget to include links to your other social media profiles in your channel header.
Yes, that's an easy way to connect with viewers on other platforms.
And expand your reach.
Exactly. And then, of course, there's your channel art, that big banner image at the top of your page.
If that makes a statement.
It does. And the guide recommends creating custom channel art that incorporates your logo, your channel's tagline, or even just a visual representation of your content.
So you don't want to just use the default background.
Right. You want to create something unique and eye-catching.
Something that reflects your brand.
Exactly. And finally, we've got the About section.
This is where you give a brief overview of your channel.
Right. And include important information like your contact details, links to your other social media profiles, and relevant keywords.
Keywords are important for searchability.
Exactly. You want to make it easy for people to find your channel.
Okay, so optimizing your channel is all about setting the stage for success.
Absolutely. It's about creating a professional and inviting online presence that encourages viewers to stick around.
Okay, now let's talk about developing your content strategy. This is where the rubber meets the road, right?
Absolutely. This is where you start to think about what kind of videos you'll be making and how often you'll be releasing them.
So consistency is key here, right?
It's crucial.
Like setting a regular upload schedule.
Exactly. This helps you build anticipation and stay top of mind with your audience.
So they know when to expect new content.
Right. And it also helps you stay organized and on track with your production process.
And the guide also talks about maintaining a consistent focus in your content.
Right. Unless you're specifically creating a channel that's all over the place, like a personal vlog,
Right.
it's generally best to stick to a particular niche or theme.
So you don't want to jump around from fitness videos to cooking videos to travel videos all on the same channel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That can confuse your viewers and make it harder for them to connect with your content.
So find your lane and stay in it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And the guide gives some great examples of different types of videos you can create.
Like what?
Well, it starts with vlogs, which are basically video diaries.
Right.
They're a great way to connect with your audience on a personal level and give them a behind-the-scenes look at your life or your business.
And they're relatively easy to produce.
Yeah, you don't need a lot of fancy equipment or editing skills.
Then there are company culture videos.
Right. These are designed to showcase the personality of your business.
Like behind-the-scenes footage, employee interviews, maybe some fun team-building activity.
Exactly. It's all about humanizing your brand and making it relatable.
Then there are interviews.
Ah, yes, a classic format.
A great way to bring in outside experts and share their knowledge with your audience.
And it can also help you build relationships with other creators in your niche.
Then there are webinars, which are basically online presentations or workshops.
Right. These can be a great way to provide valuable information to your audience and potentially even generate leads if you're using YouTube for business.
And then there are event videos.
Right, like capturing highlights from a conference or a trade show.
A great way to share your experiences with a wider audience.
And presentations, which are similar to webinars but maybe a bit more formal.
Right, like a talk you gave at a conference or a workshop.
Exactly. And of course, we can't forget about tutorials.
Ah, yes, the bread and butter of many YouTube channels.
Tutorials are all about providing step-by-step instructions on how to do something.
Whether it's fixing a leaky faucet, baking a cake, or learning a new software program.
Exactly. And finally, the guide mentions product reviews.
Ah, yes, a popular format, especially if you're in a niche where people are actively looking for recommendations.
Right. And this can be a great way to generate revenue through affiliate marketing.
Okay, so we've got a ton of different video formats to choose from, but how do we actually get people to watch our videos?
Well, that's where strategies for building an audience comes in.
Right, because it's not enough to just create great content.
Exactly. You need to be proactive about getting your videos in front of the right people.
And as the guide points out, there's no magic bullet.
Nope. It takes time, effort, and a combination of different strategies.
Like what?
Well, one of the first strategies the guide mentions is commenting on similar videos.
So you're going out and finding videos that are relevant to your niche.
Exactly. And you're leaving thoughtful, insightful comments that add value to the conversation.
And this can help you get noticed by other viewers who are interested in the same topics.
Exactly. And if your comment is particularly helpful or insightful, it might even get pinned to the top of the comments section.
Giving you even more exposure.
Right. And then there's social media.
Ah, yes. The ubiquitous social media.
You can't ignore it. I mean, it's a powerful tool for reaching a wider audience and driving traffic back to your YouTube channel.
So you want to be sharing your videos on all your social media platforms.
Absolutely. And you want to be engaging with your followers, responding to comments, and just generally being active and present.
Right. It's all about building relationships.
Exactly. And then there's participating in forums.
Forums. Those still exist.
They do. And they can be a great way to connect with people who are passionate about your niche.
So you're joining forums that are relevant to your content.
Exactly. And you're actively participating in discussions, offering your expertise, and just generally being a helpful member of the community.
And this can help you build credibility and authority.
Right. And once you've established yourself as a trusted voice, you can subtly promote your YouTube channel in your forum signature.
So you're not being spammy, you're just letting people know that you have a channel where they can find more great content.
Exactly. And finally, the guide talks about collaborating with other creators.
Ah, yes, teamwork makes the dream work.
It does. And by partnering with other channels in your niche, you can cross-promote each other's content and reach a wider audience.
So it's a win-win situation.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. But before we wrap up this deep dive, let's talk about engagement.
Yes, this is so important. Because it's not just about getting people to click on your videos.
Right, you want them to actually watch the whole thing.
Exactly. And even better, you want them to like, comment, subscribe, and share.
All those good things.
Right. And YouTube's algorithm takes all of that into account when ranking videos.
So the more engaged your viewers are, the better your videos will perform.
Exactly. And the guide provides some really practical tips for increasing engagement.
Like what?
Well, first and foremost, it talks about creating simple and beautiful thumbnails.
The thumbnail is that little image that represents your video in search results and on your channel page.
Right. And it's the first thing people see, so you want to make sure it's eye-catching and accurately reflects the content of your video.
So no clickbait.
Right. You want to set realistic expectations and deliver on what you promise.
And the guide also mentions adding annotations to your videos.
Annotations are those little clickable boxes that can appear during your video.
And they can be used to encourage viewers to take specific actions.
Exactly. Like subscribing to your channel, watching another one of your videos, or visiting your website.
So you're guiding the viewer experience.
Exactly. And the guide emphasizes that less is more when it comes to annotations.
Don't overdo it.
Right. You don't want to annoy your viewers with too many pop-ups.
Then there's the point about keeping your videos short.
Ah, yes. Attention spans are short these days.
Especially online.
So the guide suggests aiming for videos that are no longer than 3 minutes, especially when you're first starting out.
And make sure you grab the viewer's attention in the first 10 seconds.
Otherwise, they're likely to click away.
And finally, the guide talks about basic SEO principles and marketing strategies.
Yes, this is essential for getting your videos found in the first place.
So you want to be using relevant keywords in your video titles, descriptions, and tags.
Exactly. And you want to promote your videos on other platforms like your website and social media.
It's all about maximizing your reach.
Exactly.
Okay, so engagement is key for long-term success on YouTube.
Absolutely. It's the lifeblood of any online platform.
Now let's talk about monetization. Everyone wants to know how to make money on YouTube, right?
Of course. And the guide covers several different monetization strategies.
Like what?
Well, it starts with the YouTube Partner Program.
This is where you can display ads on your videos.
Exactly. But there are some requirements you need to meet first.
Like having at least 10,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time in the past 12 months.
Right, and you need to adhere to YouTube's monetization policies.
No controversial content.
Right, and once you're accepted into the program, you can start earning money from ads.
And there's affiliate marketing.
This is where you promote other people's products or services and earn a commission on any sales that you generate.
So you're basically recommending products that you believe in and that are relevant to your audience.
Exactly, and you include special affiliate links in your video descriptions or in annotations.
And when someone clicks on your link and makes a purchase, you earn a commission.
Exactly. It's a win-win for you and the company you're promoting.
Then there's working with brands directly.
Ah, yes. Sponsored content.
So a brand might pay you to create a video about their product or service.
Exactly. Or they might sponsor one of your existing videos.
And this could be a great way to earn money, especially if you have a large and engaged audience.
Right. But it's important to be transparent with your viewers about any sponsored content.
You need to let them know that you're being paid to talk about a particular product or service.
Exactly. Otherwise, you risk losing their trust.
Then they're selling your own merchandise.
Ah, yes. This is a great way to monetize your brand if you have a loyal following.
So you're creating and selling products that are related to your channel.
Exactly. Like t-shirts, mugs, hats, phone cases, you name it.
And you can promote your merchandise in your videos and on your channel page.
Exactly. And finally, the guide mentions driving traffic to your website.
If you have a website that's related to your niche, you can use your YouTube channel to promote it.
Exactly. You can include links in your video descriptions, annotations, and even in your channel art.
And this can help you generate leads, sales, or whatever your website goals may be.
Exactly. So as you can see, there are many different ways to monetize your YouTube channel.
It's just a matter of finding the right strategy for you and your audience.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of information today. But before we wrap up, let's talk about some common mistakes to avoid.
Yes, the guide has a whole section on this.
And it's important to be aware of these pitfalls.
Absolutely. Because you don't want to sabotage your own success.
So what are some of the mistakes to avoid?
Well, one of the biggest mistakes is buying fake views or subscribers.
This might seem like a quick way to boost your channel's popularity.
Right, but it's actually very harmful in the long run.
Because YouTube's algorithm can detect fake engagement.
Exactly. And it can actually penalize your channel.
So it's not worth it.
Definitely not. Another mistake is doing a video dump.
What does that mean?
It means just uploading a bunch of random videos without any real strategy or focus.
So you're not curating your content or thinking about your target audience.
Exactly. And this can make your channel look unprofessional and confusing to viewers.
Then there's ignoring your social media presence.
Yes, this is a huge mistake.
Because social media is a powerful tool for promoting your YouTube channel.
Exactly. You want to be active on all the major platforms and share your videos with your followers.
And don't forget to engage with your audience.
Right, respond to comments, ask questions, and just generally be social.
Because social media is all about building relationships.
Exactly. And then there's inconsistent video uploads.
We talked about this earlier, right?
We did. Consistency is key when it comes to YouTube.
If you're not uploading videos regularly, people will forget about your channel.
Exactly. And they'll find other channels that are more consistent.
So find a schedule that works for you and stick to it.
Absolutely. And then there's not engaging with your audience.
Right. You need to respond to comments, answer questions, and just generally be present on your channel.
Exactly. Make people feel like they're part of a community.
And then there's failing to have a plan.
Yes. You need to have goals for your channel.
Like how many subscribers you want to gain, how many views you want to get, and how much money you want to make.
Right. And you need to have a strategy for achieving those goals.
So you're not just flying by the seat of your pants.
Exactly. And then there's trolling other channels and begging for views.
Yeah, that's never a good look.
It's not. It's unprofessional and it's unlikely to get you anywhere.
Focus on creating great content and promoting it ethically.
Exactly. And finally, the guide mentions not linking your channel to your social media accounts.
Right. This is a missed opportunity.
It is, because it's an easy way to cross-promote your content and reach a wider audience.
So make sure you include links to your social media profiles on your channel page.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
We've talked about everything from choosing a niche, to optimizing your channel, to creating engaging content, to monetization strategies, and even common mistakes to avoid.
It's been a comprehensive overview.
It has. So with all of this in mind, what's the next step?
Well, that's up to you.
Right?
But hopefully this deep dive has given you a better understanding of what it takes to build a successful YouTube channel.
Exactly. It's a lot of work, but it can also be incredibly rewarding.
Absolutely. And who knows, maybe you'll be the next big YouTube star.
Or maybe you'll just have a lot of fun sharing your passion with the world.
Either way, we wish you all the best on your YouTube journey.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into howtoyoutube.pdf. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.